Hi, everyone. My name is Claire, and today my team, who consists of Chenny, Eric, Sarah, and I, are going to analyze and answer the question of how can destinations attract international tourists in a post-COVID world?
We are tackling this current situation with our own IAAE framework, which is adopted from the 4Ps of marketing. We decided the 4Ps framework would be best fit for this model because the 4Ps are traditionally used in marketing plans to attract customers. Therefore, we believe it would also be effective in attracting travelers to certain destinations. To better utilize the concept of 4Ps in the context of tourism, we have reworded into inspire, assure, attract, and engage. Inspire considers where people want to go, what they would want to do at certain destination. Assure relates to safety and health regulation in terms of traveling after a post-COVID pandemic world. Attract involves asking what kind of value proposition would be most attractive to travelers. Engage consider the relevant communication channels that would be most effective with customer and travelers.
First on the analysis, we have to inspire, and to inspire tourists to visit, you must program your destination uniquely based off asking the question, what are the reasons tourists come to your destination? For example, beach destinations obviously attract different interests than ski resorts, and some destinations can have multiple attractions or reasons for visiting, like beach, nightlife, and golf all at one place. But it's important to find out what your specific destination reason for visiting is, or even better, what the reason for visiting can become in a post COVID world. Glenn Jones is the CEO, Chief Experiment Development Officer at Bermuda Tourism Authority, and he talks about how Bermuda is obviously a popular tourist destination for beach travelers and sport players, but even more specifically, it also attracts seasonal visitors as well as high income families. So, with that information, Bermuda is working to target their destination traveler by adding promotional initiatives such as Racket Week or Yacht and Catamaran Week. So another example to look out is how the cruising industry is aiming to attract the younger demographic and how specific destinations can also feed off that. So since cruising is revamping their overall entertainment and looking for nightlife port stops, specific destinations with cruising ports can also promote and upgrade their nightlife for entertainment in order to also profit off of the younger demographic. Another question to ask about your destination when thinking of how to inspire tourists is what can your destination add to existing reasons travelers visit your destination in a post COVID world? With such an urge to travel and to travel safely for that matter, COVID can also bring opportunities for destinations to attract certain customers with new and innovative COVID experiences through restaurants or new nightlife experiences or whatever your innovation may be. So overall, it's important to recognize what your destination attracts to a tourist or what it could possibly attract and work to revamp and update those experiences in order to inspire your traveler.
So since COVID was a decisive reason that people stopped traveling, so to be able to participate into the fun activities, ensuring safety against the virus should be equally important. Like so this issue should be considered from two perspectives. Like first is what services the destination can provide to protect the travelers, and also what the travelers should do to protect themselves. So like for the first one, this concludes the actions that destination governors and town management make. Like a vaccinated environment is like the most reliable practice so far. Like local residents should reach like maybe 80% vaccinated rate, which is a number to make the community immune to the virus. Also, local medical facilities should allow tourists to have full accessibility to them. Like uncomfortable travelers can get tested immediately. And also if tested positive, they should get treatment right away. So for instance, Bermuda provides multiple test options, ranging from hotel quick testing to private clinic testing. Yeah, so from the second perspective, like the travelers, what the travelers could do, like the travel restrictions should like vary based on risk levels, like the CDC classification. Like for instance, unvaccinated traveler from high risk countries should be like quarantined for 2 weeks or so. And it should also require like mask wearing, reliable testing result, and so on. So for the large cities, the destination could set up an app to track travelers' phone number, which is like self-tracked, self-located. So all the travel history can be reviewed by them. So once any case is identified, let's trace back to all possible infected people. This is applied in China, which works quite effectively right now. So the local sites should also have their own like policies, such as maximum capacity limit or like similar management.
Attract has a similar concept to price in the four P's of marketing. It relates to how we can add value to the customer experience to further attract them to a destination. To start, we first need to understand the different types of traveler according to the price they look for. For budget travelers, they usually travels within a budget range and look for affordable pricing option, whereas travelers they are willing to spend more when traveling. The pandemic has significantly affected the tourism industry. People aren't traveling as much as they used to. However, the demand for tourists and travel have generally remained steady. People are still eager to travel. Those who are moderately or less cautious about COVID are even more eager to travel than before due to the restrictions on international travels this past year. Tourists also look for affordability, and affordability is even more significant now that unemployment has increased and incomes are reduced due to financial recessions. However, ironically enough, airfare and hotel rates are still on the rise to make up for the lack of demand and financial loss caused by the significant decline in revenue by the pandemic travel bans. So destinations should find ways to combat these problems, taking these implications into consideration. For the first recommendation, destination could offer travelers a bundled travel packages to unconventional locations that are not generally popular on social media like on Instagram. And in these packages, customer will be offered a two-in-one price for their flight and hotels. They would earn extra miles on that trip, receive a discount on the miles required for flight upgrades, and have flexible cancellation or rescheduling options. And by offering customer more value for the purchase gives off a more positive brand image compared to discounted trips or cheaper flight tickets. An example could be taken from New Zealand Stop Traveling under the social influence campaign, which encouraged travelers to explore locations that are not popular on social media but just as fun. This gives traveler new experience rather than just an aesthetic picture for social media. And doing this, New Zealand is aiming to provide customer more value and experience rather than just say, hey, the cheaper, less known places are fun as well.
In order to engage with tourists, we recommend destinations to engage with them by using one of the marketing mix, which is promotion. Promotion aims to serve two objectives. Firstly, it informs the potential tourists about destinations, and secondly, it persuades them to visit destinations. Thus, the promotion mix includes the various means that destinations can use to communicate with tourists. Now, let me introduce you about IMC. What is it? It stands for Integrated Marketing Communications. It's integration of marketing tools such as advertising, online marketing, public relation, direct marketing, and sales promotion. By using IMC, destinations aim for creating a unified and seamless experience for tourists to interact with them. Advertising is one of the IMC tools I highly recommend destinations to apply because it reaches a mass audience at once within a short period of time. In addition, it not only increases sales, but also creates awareness among tourists. For example, a travel agency called TravelUp launched a personality quiz with one main objective, to persuade their audience to book holidays. So participants needed to answer a series of questions about their traveling preferences. After submitting their responses, each participant saw a personalized message with a recommendation for their next travel destination. Similarly, in order to increase sales and attract tourists, I would recommend destinations to launch a personality quiz and then share discount coupons. In this way, it would tap into customers' loyalty and encourage them to book their vacation with destinations. Another MC tool that I also recommend destinations to apply is social media marketing. It is one of the low-cost promotional methods where a large number of tourists are targeted at once. Simply, social media is where customers are. In order to clarify this, here's an example. The picture on the right of the slide was a photo contest organized by Sun Gardens. Their objectives are to promote the destinations and reinforce their social media presence. So in order to participate, the Instagram users upload pictures of their visits to the Sun Gardens. Then in the description, they mention the brand name and brand hashtag. Later, all entries were displayed in a public gallery. Similarly, by initiating a photo contest, I believe destinations can do a better promotion. To be more specific, after visitors post their pictures and get votes from the public, destinations can offer the person who gets the most votes a free 7-day trip at destinations in order to attract more tourists' attention and interests and go to visit.
So in conclusion, the most crucial factors in a post-COVID world are to provide inspiring activities on the basis of assuring a safe environment, also to attract the travelers in correspondence with their value and rather than just focusing on price, also engage them with personal experience is pretty important. So we want to wish everyone a safe and happy trip if you are traveling during the summer. So here are our sources. Then just thank you.